So we begin the new chapter today. This is the second in the two sort of relatively dry chapters, Sankhya and Yoga. Dry depends again, इसमें भी बहुत रस है. The way he pans out, the history of Indian spiritual thoughts development, especially in this chapter. Previous वाले में भी the incredible mastery with which he, sort of हमने देखा था कि he transitioned from the idea of the two Purushas in the Sankhya to the idea of the Purushottama in a fantastic way. तो बहुत रस है उसमें भी, but yeah, relatively speaking, they are slightly difficult chapters that way. So we start with the second of these two. It is titled Sankhya, Yoga, and Vedanta. ठीक है. So Archana ji, would you like to start the reading, please?
Yeah, sure.
Please.
The whole object of the first 6 chapters of the Gita is to synthesize in a large frame of Vedantic truth the two methods, ordinarily supposed to be diverse and even opposite, of the Sankhyas and the Yogins. The Sankhya is taken as the starting point and the basis, but it is from the beginning and with a progressively increasing emphasis permeated with the ideas and methods of yoga and remolded in its spirit. The practical difference, as it seems to have presented itself to the religious minds of that day, lay first in this that Sankhya proceeded by knowledge and through the yoga of the intelligence, while yoga proceeded by works and the transformation of the active consciousness. And secondly, a corollary of this first distinction, that Sankhya led to entire passivity and renunciation of works, sannyasa, while yoga held to be quite sufficient the inner renunciation of desire, the purification of the subjective principle which leads to action, and the turning of works Godwards towards the divine existence and towards liberation. Yes, both had the same aim, the transcendence of birth and of this terrestrial existence, and the union of the human soul with the highest. This, at least, is the difference as it is presented to us by the Gita.
Yeah. Okay. ठीक है, we'll go para by para only. Thank you, Archana ji. The whole object of the first 6 chapters of the Gita. So, as we have said earlier, that Sri Aurobindo is the only writer that I know of who divides the Bhagavad Gita into first 6 chapters, next 6, and the next 6. That is how also his essays on the Gita is organized, in the sense that the first 24 essays are on the first 6 chapters, and the rest 24 are on the remaining 12. Why so? Because the first 6 chapters build the solid base of the Gita. He even goes to the extent of saying in the 24th essay, the gist of the Karma Yoga, that if the Gita were not a great written book, if it were a discourse by a teacher to a disciple, then Sri Krishna could have stopped after the first 6 chapters and told Arjuna that whatever I have told you, it is quite a bit. And first you realize this, and then rest I will tell you. But because, and thankfully, since it is a great written book, that is why the rest of the 12 chapters are added, because obviously without them the teaching is not complete, right? So that is why you will find many times Sri Aurobindo uses this phrase, the first 6 chapters of the Gita, right? So the whole object of the first 6 chapters of the Gita is to synthesize in a large frame of Vedantic truth. The Gita is a Vedantic scripture. So in the Vedanta, as it is at present known that way, so they say prasthana trayam. Okay, the 3 methods by which you departure. That is the, traditional Vedanta, prasthana. Okay, not Sri Aurobindo's idea. Several quotations have been shared on the group regarding that. But basically, Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, and Brahma Sutra. Right? Essentially, Gita is a Vedantic scripture. अगर उसको एक word में बोले तो, is to synthesize in a large frame of Vedantic truth the two methods ordinarily supposed to be diverse. Diverse माने not in the sense of multifarious, diverse in the sense of divergent. Okay, and even opposite of the Sankhyas and the Yogins. So this is the object of the first 6 chapters of the Gita. Okay, the Sankhya is taken as the starting point and the basis. So the second chapter of the Gita, in some editions of the Gita, it is named as Sankhya Yoga. And how does the teaching of the Gita begin? By the teaching of the Atman, the self, that it does not die, it is imperishable, it is immutable, etc., etc., all those things. The Sankhya is taken as the starting point and the basis. Even in the later part of the second chapter, all that teaching of withdrawing your indriyas from the objects of the senses, वो कूर्मोंगानी व सर्वशः वगैरह, it's all basically the Sankhyic way. That is not properly speaking the Karma Yogic way. ठीक है? So the Sankhya is taken as the starting point and the basis, but it is from the beginning and with a progressively increasing emphasis permeated with the ideas and methods of yoga and remolded in its spirit. Important sentence. The Sankhya is taken as a starting point and the basis, but it is from the beginning and with a progressively increasing emphasis permeated. Permeated माने उसके अंदर उसको पिरो दिया है. It is, the ideas are shot through. पूरा का पूरा उसके अंदर उसको penetrate कर दिया है. ठीक है? Permeated with the. Am I audible? It says my internet connection is unstable. Am I audible?
About to tell you that you're breaking very frequently, couldn't hear you properly. I thought it was me, but now that you verified, could you please repeat?
Repeat from where? But if I'm not audible, I
There
have
was
to do something to fix my internet connection.
No, it's breaking, but yeah, progressively increasing emphasis.
Okay. Okay. Progressively
That's
increasing
Yes, it is
emphasis.
breaking frequently.
Okay. Okay, just give me a minute. I'll pause this 1 minute. Am I audible? Am I audible?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
There is some issue in the internet. I am not able to fix it.
Yes, you're audible.
We'll see जैसा चलता है. If it is too bad, then please
Again,
send a message on the chat. Sorry? Hello?
Breaking again.
Yeah, it's chopping. Yeah.
So I was just saying that ये वाला sentence, the Sankhya is taken as the starting point and the basis, but it is from the beginning and with a progressively increasing emphasis permeated with the ideas and methods of yoga and remolded in its spirit. The practical difference, as it seems to have presented itself to the religious minds of that day, lay first in this that Sankhya proceeded by knowledge and through the yoga of the intelligence, while yoga proceeded by works and the transformation of the active consciousness. Yeah, so the shloka that is being referred here is 3.3. Lokesmin dvividha nishtha pura prokta maya nagha jnana yogena sankhyanam karma yogena yoginam. That is how the word yoga is basically, we get clarity as to what it means in the first 6 chapters of the Gita. Lokesmin, in this sloka, dvividha nishtha. Twofold is the nishtha, means the sort of fixed understanding. Pura prokta maya nagha. From the ancient times, that is how it has been spoken of by me, Maya Anagha, O sinless one. Jnana yogena sankhyanam, for the followers of the path of knowledge, the Sankhya, and karma yogena yoginam. So basically, the word Jnana yoga and Sankhya yoga are synonymously used, and the word karma yoga and yoga. Okay. अब इसमें आएंगे आगे जाकर के चैप्टर में. Sri Aurobindo explains that the word yoga at the time of the Gita, this is what it meant. At the time of the Gita, it meant karma yoga. Okay. Later on, फिर वो अष्टांग योगा वगैरह आया पातंजलि का, that is a later development. और उसके बाद the word yoga has taken a much greater meaning. Sri Aurobindo uses the word in a very, very wide sense. Okay. Even in the later chapters of the Gita, it is used in a wider sense. But for the present part of the study, yoga means karma yoga. Okay. So the practical difference, as it seems to have presented itself to the religious minds of that day, lay first in this, that Sankhya proceeded by knowledge and through the yoga of the intelligence, while yoga proceeded by works and the transformation of the active consciousness. And secondly, a corollary of this first distinction. Corollary means something that derives from the main idea, that Sankhya led to entire passivity and the renunciation of works, sannyasa. I had said this earlier also, that in the Indian basically development of the spiritual thought, it is the Sankhya, originally the Sankhya philosophy, which has led to the Sannyasavad basically. That is the original this thing. Okay. While yoga held to be quite sufficient, the inner renunciation of desire. So the two words sannyasa and tyaga. Sannyasa meaning the external renunciation and tyaga meaning the inner renunciation. The clear distinction between the two words is asked in the first verse of the 18th chapter. Sannyasasya mahabaho tattvamichhami veditum त्यागस्य च हृषिकेश पृथक केशि निषूदन. इसको मुझे पृथक करके समझाइए. टेल मी क्लियरली. राइट. द प्यूरिफिकेशन ऑफ द subjective principle which leads to action. The purification of the subjective principle which leads to action and the turning of works Godwards towards the divine existence and towards liberation. Yeah. Yoga mein hota hai, the purification of the subjective principle by giving up the idea of doership, by inner renunciation of desire, like that. Yet both had the same aim. Both had the same aim, the transcendence of birth. Yeah. Even this, मतलब in the integral perspective, we have, like last time मैंने वो डाला था, even bold में किया था, कि the transcendence of birth cannot be the ultimate aim. ये stages wise होता है. As humanity progresses, तो पहले the aim used to be in the Veda times, mostly if you see, स्वर्ग attain करना, right? फिर उपनिषद ने उसका खंडन किया कि नहीं, स्वर्ग attain करना is not the main thing. Brahman, the attainment of Brahman is the main thing. Then in the Gita, it comes that no, it is dwelling in the Purushottama consciousness and liberation from the cycle of rebirth, like that. Then further on, I mean, in present times, Sri Aurobindo says that no, even the attachment to the liberation from rebirth, even this should not be sought, because the world has a purpose. If everybody just seeks their own personal and individual liberation from the world, then how will the world basically be redeemed and transformed? So he goes one step further. And he says that you should seek liberation from ignorance. You should seek liberation from identification of consciousness with mind, life, and body. If you know yourself as the self and spirit, which is eternally free, which is omniscient, omnipotent, etc., then what other liberation do you need? And with that full power of the divine consciousness, you operate in the world and you help to transform this world into a heaven. So basically, like this, as the time progresses chronology mein, similarly the idea बेसिकली जिसको सैल्वेशन कहते हैं इन वन वर्ड, कि क्या होना चाहिए या मेरा क्या होगा और व्हाट इज द अल्टीमेट ऑब्जेक्टिव, दैट आइडिया ऑफ सैल्वेशन that itself undergoes an evolution as time proceeds. This is a very important point to understand. Okay, so transcendence of birth and of this terrestrial existence and the union of the human soul with the highest. This at least
Thank
is
you,
the
Anmol,
difference.
by that really clarifies this
Yeah.
whole journey.
Yeah.
Because as you are widening the meaning of salvation, so is the meaning of yoga is also being widened now.
Yeah, exactly.
In proportion to that, right?
Exactly. Now, but even मतलब आप देखेंगे कि even the very first idea of कुछ बेटर होना या कुछ ग्रेटर होना, that of attaining a heaven वगैरह, वो आज भी कुछ लोगों में है. You find that. For example, इंडिया में भी है, हिंदुइज्म में भी है. People do कर्म कांड, पूजा, this that वगैरह, जो वेदवादी हैं आज भी, they are not looking for मुक्ति. They are looking for enjoyment of the higher worlds. जो बाकी रिलीजन्स हैं, फॉर एग्जाम्पल इस्लाम, उसके अंदर क्या है? दे आर स्टिल स्टक ऑन दैट वेरी फर्स्ट आइडिया कि नहीं, यहाँ का प्लेजर वगैरह कुछ नहीं, वी वांट द प्लेजर्स ऑफ हेवन. जो भी उनके आइडियाज होते हैं, फनी
The
आइडियाज.
72 hoor
Yeah.
and the velvety bed.
Yeah. All that. But that is the वो आइडिया इंडिया में वैदिक टाइम्स में था. मतलब जब वो कर्म कांड वगैरह का बोलबाला था, ठीक है, उसका खंडन उपनिषद में किया गया है कि नो, दिस इज नॉट इट. You must go beyond all worlds. You must go to that Brahman which is at the peak, which is at the source, जहां से सारे वर्ल्ड्स निकले हैं. उसके अंदर अगेन फिर गीता ने कि नो, दैट ब्रह्मन इज सिंपली द अक्षर पुरुषा. There is something which is the master of both the immobility as well as the mobility. That is called the Purushottama. And your aim should be to dwell in that Purushottama consciousness. But the Gita also वो clearly उसको नहीं delineate करती है. That is why Sri Aurobindo says कि cessation from rebirth seems to be the ultimate objective of yoga in the Gita. तो वो उसकी वजह से वो रह गया अधूरा कि फिर भी. बट देन अगेन फर्दर कि नो, मैंने जो उसमें डाला था, बेटर दिस सफरिंग विद योर फेलो सेल्स रादर देन सीकिंग अ पर्सनल मुक्ति. श्री अरबिंदो उसको और वो अर्थ करते हैं. तो इट हैज टू बी सीन इन दिस इंक्रीजिंग एंड एक्सपैंडिंग वे. इसका किसी का खंडन करने की जरूरत नहीं है कि ये कितने बैकवर्ड है. नहीं, एक टाइम पे सभी बैकवर्ड थे. That was the prevalent idea. Then the idea itself evolved. Then it further evolved. Then it further evolved. Who knows, as we go further in the evolution, the idea will still undergo further evolution. Evolution is the law in this world. Na? So everything undergoes evolution.
Correct. Makes
Whatever
sense.
it is.
Makes sense. Makes total sense, because इसीलिए खंडन नहीं करना चाहिए. और we don't do the खंडन, but the problem is, I mean, forget it. It's politics.
Yeah.
Let's
इसमें सब
stop
बनाने
it.
की जरूरत नहीं है. इतना भी जरूरत नहीं था, but just for completeness we did it.
हाँ,
Okay?
हाँ.
So yeah, this is the first, and basically what he's saying, the difference between the Sankhya and the yoga way of liberation. That is what is being spoken of here. Okay. So generally, Swati, would you like to read next paragraph, second paragraph? No response. क्योंकि everybody participates. Aditya ji, would you like to read?
Yes, I can read.
Please do. Second paragraph.
Yes. The difficulty with Arjuna, which Arjuna feels in understanding any possible synthesis of these oppositions, is an indication of the hard line that was driven in between these two systems in the normal ideas of the time. The teacher sets out by reconciling works and the yoga of the intelligence. The latter, he says, is far superior to mere works. It is by the yoga of the buddhi, by knowledge, raising man out of the ordinary human mind and its desires into the purity and equality of the Brahmic condition, free from all desire, that works can be made acceptable. Yet are works a means of salvation, but works thus purified by knowledge, filled with the notion of the then prevailing culture, misled by the emphasis which the teacher lays upon the ideas proper to Vedantic Sankhya, conquest of the senses, withdrawal from mind into the self, ascent into the Brahmic condition, extinction of our lower personality in the nirvana of impersonality. For the ideas proper to yoga are as yet subordinated and largely held back. Arjuna is perplexed and asks, if thou holdest the intelligence to be greater than works, why then dost thou appoint me to a terrible work? Thou seemest to bewilder my intelligence with a confused and mingled speech. Tell me then decisively that one thing by which I may attain to my soul's weal.
The difficulty which Arjuna feels in understanding any possible synthesis of these oppositions is an indication of the hard line that was driven in between these two systems in the normal ideas of the time, means at that time. Okay, the teacher sets out by reconciling works and the yoga of the intelligence. Okay, the latter, he says, is far superior to mere works. 2.49. 1 second. दूरेण ह्यवरम कर्म बुद्धि योगात धनंजय. फर्स्ट लाइन ऑफ दैट. दूरेण का मतलब है उससे बहुत दूर है, इन द सेंस यहाँ पे इंफीरियर. सॉरी, अवरम इज इंफीरियर. दूरेण ही अवरम कर्म. अवरम माने डाउन, अव मतलब होता है डाउन. दूरेण ह्यवरम कर्म बुद्धि योगात धनंजय. सो कर्म इज अवरम एज कंपेयर टू द बुद्धि योग. बुद्धि योगात than the buddhi yoga. Panchami Ekvachan. Okay. So the teacher sets out by reconciling works and the yoga of intelligence. The latter, that is the buddhi yoga, he says, is far superior to mere works. ठीक है. Karma is the word there, not karma yoga. ठीक है. Mere works. आप खुद बस करे जा रहे हैं without understanding कि who you are and what the world is about, then obviously that is inferior. It is by the yoga of the buddhi, by knowledge, raising man out of the ordinary human mind and its desires into the purity and equality of the Brahmic condition, free from all desire, that works can be made acceptable. हाँ, वही 2.71 ब्राह्मी स्थिति वाला जो श्लोक है, that is referred here. It is by the yoga of the buddhi, by knowledge, raising man out of the ordinary human mind and its desires into the purity and equality of the Brahmic condition, free from all desire. निस्पृह जैसे वो वर्ड आता है, ठीक है. या फिर स्थित प्रज्ञा वाले वर्सेस में, ऑल दिस इज गोइंग टू कम लेटर ऑन, बट प्रजहाति यदा कामान सर्वान पार्थमधोगतान आत्मन्येवात्मना तुष्टः स्थित प्रज्ञा तदोच्यते. 2.55 में आता है. When you have driven out all desires from yourself. Prajahati yada kaman sarvan partha manogatan. Like that. So yet our works, again, this chapter is a sort of summary, in the sense, Sri Aurobindo will give an overview here, पूरा इसमें, कि गीता ने किस तरह से पुरुषोत्तम के आइडिया को prominently place किया है, and how basically it boldly passes beyond the Vedas and the Upanishads. That is one of the most fantastic sentences in this chapter. तो इसमें rather than going verse by verse या वैसे continuity में, basically he is giving an overview as to what the Gita has done in terms of being the third synthesis in the chronology of Indian spiritual thought. All right, तो इसको इस perspective में देखना चाहिए. Yet are works a means of salvation, but works thus purified by knowledge. Karmanaiva hi sansiddhim asthita janakadaya. By karma alone, Janaka and the others attained to perfection. ठीक है, 3.20 में आता है. ठीक है. Filled with the notions of the then prevailing culture, misled by the emphasis which the teacher lays upon the ideas proper to Vedantic Sankhya. What are the ideas? Conquest of the senses, Indriya Nigraha, withdrawal from mind into the self. This idea is there towards the end of the third chapter. Indriyani paranyahu indriyebhya param manah manasastu para buddhi yo buddheh paratastu. यहाँ पे इंडिकेटेड है. आगे जाकर के in the 6th chapter, 5th chapter, na kinchidapi chintayet. Shanai shanai uparamet buddhya dhriti grihitaya atma samstham manah kritva na kinchidapi chintayet. अपने न किंचिदपि चिंतयेत, do not think at all, withdraw all your thought activity into the silence of the self. ये सारे आइडियाज 5th 6th चैप्टर में, इसके ऊपर बहुत सारे वर्सेस हैं, स्पेशली इन द 6th चैप्टर. ओके, वही मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि एक ओवरव्यू है, इसमें थोड़ा सा एंटिसिपेशन रहेगा आगे के वर्सेस का. प्लीज बी विद दैट. असेंट इनटू द ब्राह्मिक कंडीशन, राइट, वही ब्राह्मी स्थिति जो था
This is
second chapter के
Akshara.
last
This
में.
is Akshara as we read in the
Yeah,
last.
it is Akshara. Extinction of our lower personality in the nirvana of impersonality. क्या था उसमें वर्ड? एषा ब्राह्मी स्थितिः पार्थ नयनां प्राप्य विमोह्यति स्थित्वा स्यामंत कालेपि ब्रह्म निर्वाणम रिच्छति. What does the word Brahma Nirvanam mean? The verse that I quoted is 2.72. 2.72. Brahma Nirvanam का क्या मतलब है? Again, the idea of Nirvana. So Nirvana, the idea means extinction. ठीक है? किसका extinction? आप और मैं जो असलियत में है उसका तो extinction हो ही नहीं सकता. Because it is eternal. There was never a time when you were not there or I were not there or these kings of men were not there. And there will never be a time when I will not be or you will not be or these kings of men will not be. 2.12. नत्वेवाहम जातुनासम नत्वम नेमे जनाधिपाः न चैव न भविष्यामः सर्वे वयम अतः परम. तो एक्सटिंक्शन तो हो ही नहीं सकता. द आइडिया ऑफ एक्सटिंक्शन इज अ फॉल्सहुड. ममैवांशो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः. इट इज एन इटर्नल पोर्शन ऑफ मी दैट बिकम्स द जीवा इन द वर्ल्ड ऑफ जीवस. तो अगर हम और आप इटर्नल है तो एक्सटिंक्शन किसका? ईगो का. ठीक है, एक्सटिंक्शन ईगो का, एक्सटिंक्शन ऑफ द फॉल्स इंडिविजुअलिटी. ओके, एक्सटिंक्शन ऑफ अवर लोअर पर्सनैलिटी. वही लोअर पर्सनैलिटी जो लोअर नेचर का फलक्रम है, जिसके अराउंड सारा लोअर नेचर ऑर्गेनाइज रहता है, इन द निर्वाणा ऑफ इम्पर्सनैलिटी, दैट इज लॉस्ट. बट द ट्रू इंडिविजुअल, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. ये निर्वाण वगैरह का आइडिया इंडियन माइंड के अंदर, रिलीजियस स्पिरिट माइंड के अंदर बहुत ज्यादा भर गया है. पोस्ट बुद्धिस्टिक हिंदुइज्म हैज नेवर बीन एबल टू इरेज द स्टैंप ऑफ बुद्धिज्म एज श्री अरबिंदो सेज. तो इसको रिमूव करना बहुत जरूरी है. ठीक है, वी आर इटर्नल. गीता का इवन जो बिल्कुल स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट है 2.12, ठीक है, फर्स्ट द स्कोल्डिंग इन द 2.11, यू आर टॉकिंग लाइक अ वाइज मैन बट लाइक दैट you are not talking really like a wise man. And then there was never a time when I was not there or you were not there, and there will never be a time when I will not be or you will not be. If needed, I mean, just for 1 year, let's say, just meditate on this idea. I am eternal. उससे वो fear जाएगा. Otherwise, the fear never really goes. All kinds of fear, the root cause of all fear is the fear of non-existence. मैं ही नहीं रहूंगा, ये नहीं होगा तो क्या होगा, ये नहीं होगा तो वो क्या होगा, अल्टीमेटली हैरान मैं ही नहीं रहूंगा. अरे भैया, ऐसा कभी नहीं होगा, जब ऐसा कभी हो ही नहीं सकता कि जब आप नहीं होगे. दिस इज द मेन टीचिंग ऑफ द गीता विद विच द गीता बिगिंस. ठीक है, और ज्यादा इस पर स्ट्रेस नहीं दे रहा. फॉर द आइडियाज प्रॉपर टू योगा आर एज येट सबॉर्डिनेटेड एंड लार्जली हेल्ड बैक. योगा के जो आइडियाज होते हैं, ईश्वरा के आइडियाज, ऑफरिंग ऑल योर वर्क्स टू द ईश्वरा, यत करोषि यदश्नासि यत जुहोषि ददासि यत एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा. इट इज आई द ईश्वरा हु हैव बिकम एवरीथिंग, रसोहम अपसु कौन्तेय वगैरह वगैरह. ये सब 7th 8th 9th चैप्टर्स वगैरह में जाकर के आता है. तो दे आर ऑल प्रेजेंटली एट प्रेजेंट हेल्ड बैक. ठीक है, the Ishvara being the great lord of all the worlds, whatever action you do, ultimately, even if you know it or not, it is a sacrifice to him, etc., etc., etc. These are the greater ideas of the yoga जो बाद में आएंगे. ठीक है, at present they are held back. In the first 6 chapters they are held back. For ideas proper to yoga are as yet subordinated and largely held back. Arjuna is perplexed and asks, if thou holdest the intelligence to be greater than works, why then doest thou appoint me to a terrible work? अब ये कहां पे आया? इंटेलिजेंस टू बी ग्रेटर देन वर्क्स, 2.49 में. दूरेण ह्यवरम कर्म बुद्धि योगात धनंजय. माइंड में रखना हो कि कहां कृष्ण ने बोला है, भगवान ने बोला है, श्री भगवान सॉरी, कि इंटेलिजेंस इज ग्रेटर देन वर्क्स. दैट इज द प्रॉपर वर्स. ठीक है, 2.49. दूरेण ह्यवरम कर्म बुद्धि योगात धनंजय. ठीक है, एंड उसके बाद ये, thou seemest to bewilder my intelligence with a confused and mingled speech. Tell me then decisively that one thing by which I may attain to my soul's weal. 3.1 and 3.2. Yeah. Jai Arjuna Uvacha जायसी, जायसी मतलब ज्यादा, हिंदी में जो आता है ना ज्यादा, वो वहीं से आ रहा है अल्टीमेटली, ग्रेटर। जायसी चेत, चेत मीन्स इफ, जायसी चेत कर्मणस्ते मता बुद्धिर जनार्दन तत्किम कर्मणि घोरे माम नियोजयसि केशव। जायसी चेत कर्मणस्ते मता बुद्धिर जनार्दन, कर्मणः षष्ठी एक वचन, जायसी चेत कर्मणस्ते मता बुद्धिर जनार्दन, इफ इन योर मता बुद्धि इज जायसी देन कर्म, तत् किम कर्मणि घोरे माम, तो मुझे इस घोर कर्म में, किम कर्मणि घोरे माम नियोजयसि केशव, क्यों मुझे इसमें नियुक्त कर रहे हो। व्यामिश्रेणेव वाक्येन, मिश्रण मतलब मिक्स्ड, मिंगल्ड, व्यामिश्रेणेव वाक्येन बुद्धिम मोहयसी इव मे, यू आर एज इफ, मेरी बुद्धि को आप मोहित कर रहे हैं, कंफ्यूजिंग इट, मोहयसी इव मे, ठीक है। तद एकम वद निश्चित्य, वो एक चीज मुझे बताओ निश्चित रूप से, तद एकम वद निश्चित्य येन बाय विच श्रेयः आपनुयाम, जिससे मेरे को अपने श्रेय की प्राप्ति हो, व्हाट इज फॉर फॉर माय बेस्ट, लाइक दैट। नाउ हियर एंड अगेन समटाइम्स जैसे आजकल होता है कि टू मच रेवरेंस फॉर द टीचर, उनसे कुछ पूछना नहीं है, क्यों नहीं पूछना है भैया, अर्जुना ने कृष्ण को नहीं छोड़ा, मैं ये पॉइंट हाईलाइट करना चाहता हूं यहां पे। wherever Arjuna has a question or a doubt, bluntly, almost brutally, irreverently he asks the question. फोर्थ चैप्टर में अगेन, अपरम भवतो जन्म परम जन्म विवस्वतः कथम एतद् विजानीयाम त्वमादौ प्रोक्तवान इति। अरे भैया सूरज तो इतने पहले थे और आप तो अभी आए हो, देन व्हाट आर यू सेइंग, हाउ इज इट दैट यू टॉट हिम। and again as he facing a problem, he's facing a problem, he asks the question directly. Of course Krishna is his friend and all. What I'm trying to say is India में इतना है जो long tradition, worship the teacher etc, fine, but because of that reverence, and sometimes the teachers are stupid, they don't know, and they just keep continuing in their merry ways, कुछ बता पाते नहीं है, and they basically misuse that reverence. ये मैंने तो एटलीस्ट अपने एजुकेशन सिस्टम में बहुत देखा है। So take lessons from the Gita. No question is a stupid question that way, ठीक है। sometimes lack of thinking की वजह से कुछ superficial questions निकल सकते हैं, but look at the audacity with which Arjuna is again and again questioning Krishna in the Gita. But when obviously that revelation comes, then he fully surrenders. But वो होना नहीं चाहिए कि because if any doubt is there, any question is there, it has to be clarified, और उसको पूछने में कोई शंका वो नहीं होना चाहिए। I mean this is one main thing I wanted to say here, ठीक है। Tell me then
it is not
decisively.
even audacity, no, Arjuna. It is his real question. It genuinely
Exactly.
is question.
Audacity मैं इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ because now when we are at right now 5000, we like oh श्री भगवान उनसे ऐसे कैसे बोल रहा है कि आप मुझे मोहित कर रहे हैं। फिर से 5th चैप्टर में बोलता है, फिर से 6th में बोलता है, फिर से अगेन 4th चैप्टर में ऐसे करके, तो like
But
that.
he also doesn't know who he actually is.
Yeah, that he comes to know in the 11th chapter, then he kind of, but that's okay. Point is that one should not be afraid of asking whatever basic questions one is having, out of reverence or out of whatever. It's not correct. आजकल भी मतलब all kinds of uncomfortable questions should be asked to whoever is sitting in the position of a guru, ठीक है। It should be asked. So many people, like just ऐसे ही बोल रहा हूँ, so many spiritual masters, is even one of them telling what is the intention of the creator behind the creation of this material universe? Nobody. Why they are not telling?
नहीं, वो तो पुराने उसमें ही घुल रहे हो,
ऐसी
पुराने
की
वो,
तैसी उसकी ना।
हाँ, वो पुरानी ही वॉमिट वापस रीगर्जिटेट कर
आई एम टेलिंग यू, अ सीकर, जो जेन्युइन सीकर हो, जो शिवबंदो के आइडियाज, या शिवबंदो की भी क्या जरूरत है यार। आई मीन डू यू नीड एनी बुक और एनीथिंग टू आस्क दिस फंडामेंटल क्वेश्चन कि व्हाट इज द पर्पस ऑफ दिस मटेरियल वर्ल्ड? दे शुड बी आस्क्ड, और उन लोगों का आई मीन दे शुड बी आस्क्ड लाइक दैट। एनीवे, इसको बहुत ज्यादा
व्हाट्स द
एम्फसाइज नहीं कर
मीनिंग
रहा है।
ऑफ व्हील, अनमोल भाई? सो व्हील का मतलब क्या है?
सैल्वेशन होगा प्रॉब्ली, समथिंग लाइक दैट। मैं एक बार चेक कर लेता हूं एग्जैक्टली क्या मीनिंग है। गुड बेसिकली, श्रेयस, यहाँ पे इट इज द व्हील इज वर्ड एज अ इंग्लिश वर्ड फॉर श्रेयस, वेल बीइंग।
श्रेयस, ओके ओके,
वेल बीइंग, वेल बीइंग, वो वेल बीइंग से आ गया ना, वेल बीइंग
ओके,
से व्हील आ गया।
अच्छा अच्छा, ये वर्ड आई एम कमिंग अक्रॉस फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम।
या वेल बीइंग, स्वस्ति
हाँ,
संस्कृत में बोलते हैं। यहाँ पे
स्वस्ति।
इट इज द इंग्लिश इक्विवेलेंट ऑफ द वर्ड श्रेयस, ये ना श्रेयो हम आपनुयाम। Yeah. So
Thank you.
any
Yeah.
questions in this? इसमें कुछ है नहीं basically.
What is the
नहीं।
meaning
It's just an introduction.
what is the meaning of wheel, Anmol? Could you just please explain?
Well-being, well-being.
Okay.
Shreyas, जो मेरे लिए श्रेयस्कर है,
My
that
soul
which is the
tells me.
best for me.
Yes, yes, what is best for me.
Yeah.
That he says in the second chapter. Yat Shreyasya.
Anmol,
हाँ
what is the difference between synthetize and synthesis?
नहीं कुछ नहीं. Synthesis is
Verb
the
form.
noun form, synthetize is the verbal form.
Okay.
ठीक है. Next paragraph would like to read.
Can I read?
हाँ please. In answer.
One second. In answer, Krishna affirms that the Sankhya goes by knowledge and renunciation.
Sankhya. Jiti Sankhya. Sankhya nahi. Sankhya.
The Sankhya goes by knowledge and renunciation. The yoga by works. But the real renunciation is impossible without yoga. Without works done as a sacrifice, done with equality, and without desire of the fruit, with the perception that it is nature, which does the actions and not the soul. But immediately afterwards, he declares that the sacrifice of knowledge is the highest. All works finds its consummation in knowledge. By the fire of knowledge, all works are burnt up. Therefore, by yoga, works are renounced and their bondage overcome for the man who is in possession of his self. Again, Arjuna is perplexed. Here are desireless works. The principle of yoga and renunciation of works, the principle of Sankhya, put together side by side as if part of one method. Yet, there is no evident reconciliation between them. For the kind of reconciliation which the teacher has already given, in outward inaction, to see action still persisting, and is apparent action to see a real inaction, since the soul has renounced its illusion of the workers and given up works into the hands of the master of sacrifice. Is for the practical mind of Arjuna too slight, too subtle, and expressed almost in riddling words? He has not caught their sense, or at least not penetrated into their spirit and reality. Therefore, he asks again, "Thou declarest to me the renunciation of works, O Krishna, and again thou declarest to me yoga. Which one of these is better way? That tell me with a clear decisiveness."
Right. Thank you. Yeah. So that was the beginning of the third chapter, 3.1, 3.2. 3.3 already he had referred, Lokesmin Dvivida. He goes further here. He will be referring here to the fourth and fifth chapters. In answer, Krishna affirms that the Sankhya goes by knowledge and renunciation, the yoga by works. But the real renunciation is impossible without yoga. So यहाँ पे जो इसमें 3.3 दिया है, that I think is wrong. न 3.4 actually, न कर्मणाम अनारंभात नैष्कर्म्यम पुरुषोष्णुते. Not by abstention from works does a man enjoy actionlessness. This is what I could find when I was reading it. So न कर्मणाम अनारंभात नैष्कर्म्यम पुरुषोष्णुते, स्लाइटली कॉन्ट्रडिक्टरी लगता है सोचने में. Not by abstention from works does a man enjoy actionlessness. On the face of it, you think that what is being told is कि काम किए बिना काम से मुक्ति नहीं मिल सकती. ये कैसी बात हुई? It's funny, but basically the idea is that if you do not act, then you fall into the tamoguna. एंड दैट इज द वर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल. और आगे जाकर के गीता में 14 चैप्टर में बोलेंगे कि दोज हु रिमेन इन द ऊर्ध्वम गच्छन्ति सत्वस्थाः मध्ये तिष्ठन्ति राजसाः जघन्य गुण वृत्तिस्था अधो गच्छन्ति तामसाः. Those who remain in the sattva guna, they go higher. Those who are dwelling majorly in the rajoguna, they remain in the middle. But those who remain in the tamoguna, they actually go down. So for the evolution, predominance of tamoguna is absolutely disastrous and destructive. Okay, that is the main idea. गीता में जो इंसिस्टेंस ऑन एक्शन है, वन ऑफ द वेरी प्रैक्टिकल आइडियाज बिहाइंड दैट, वन ऑफ द प्रैक्टिकल रीजंस बिहाइंड दैट इज कि तमोगुण जो है उसको काटना है, बिकॉज इट इज द ऑपोजिट बोथ ऑफ रजस एज वेल एज तमस। अप्रकाश अप्रवृत्ति ही, ना उसमें लाइट है ना उसमें कुछ एक्शन है, वो बस आदमी पड़ा हुआ है इन अ काइंड ऑफ स्ट्यूपर एंड अ टोटल डार्कनेस, देयर इज नो नॉलेज देयर, राइट? सो दैट आइडिया। But the real renunciation is impossible without yoga, without works done as a sacrifice. ये real renunciation कौन सा है? The inner renunciation. Okay, without works done as a sacrifice, done with equality and without desire of the fruit. इक्वालिटी वाला जो वर्ड्स है दैट इज 2.48 में आता है, समत्वम योग उच्यते, ठीक है? विदाउट डिजायर ऑफ द फ्रूट है, दैट कम्स इन 2.47, कर्मण्यवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन, राइट? विद द परसेप्शन that again, just see the masterful way, मतलब I can't imagine any other human being being able to accomplish such a thing जैसे श्री अरबिंदो करते हैं यहाँ पे, एक एक सेंटेंस में गीता में आगे पीछे जाना और उसको समराइज करना, it's just unbelievable. It's in basically superhuman anyway, with the perception that it is nature which does the actions and not the soul. ये आगे जाके आएगा 3.27 में, वही अहंकार विमूढ़ात्मा कर्ता हमिति मन्यते, उसके पहले प्रकृतेः क्रियमाणानि गुणैः कर्माणि सर्वशः। It is nature through the gunas who is doing everything, not the soul. Okay, but immediately afterwards he declares that the sacrifice of knowledge is the highest. This is there in the 4th chapter. ये several types of sacrifices are told by Krishna in the 4th chapter. Almost 7-8 verses are there. ब्रह्मार्पणम ब्रह्म हविः 4.24 वहां से शुरू होता है, and then series of verses are there, but the one that he is referring to here, श्रेयान द्रव्यमयात यजनात ज्ञान यज्ञः परंतप सर्वम कर्माखिलम पार्थ ज्ञाने परिसमाप्यते, 4.33। श्रेयान द्रव्यमयात यजनात ज्ञान यज्ञः परंतप सर्वम कर्माखिलम पार्थ ज्ञाने परिसमाप्यते। आई एम जस्ट रीडिंग द मीनिंग। The sacrifice of knowledge, O Parantapa, is greater than any material sacrifice, any द्रव्य यज्ञ कि आपने आग जलाई और उसमें ये सब जो करते हैं पूजा वगैरह में, the sacrifice of knowledge is greater than any material sacrifice. श्रेया
number is
द्रव्य,
that?
हाँ,
What number or the verse number?
4.33, 4.33. The sacrifice of knowledge, O Parantapa, is greater than any material sacrifice. Shreyan dravyamaya yajna jnana yajna. What we are doing right now is what is called in the Gita as a jnana yagya. Adhyeshyate chaya imam dharmyam samvadamavayoho jnana yajnena tenaham ishtahasyam iti me matihi. This beautiful verse comes in the 18th chapter towards the end. Adhyeshyate chaya imam धर्म्यम संवादम आवयोह। आवयोह मतलब मेरा और तुम्हारा, षष्ठी द्विवचन, ठीक है? अध्येष्यते, जिन्होंने मेरे और तुम्हारे बीच के इस धर्म संवाद का अध्ययन किया है। वर्स नंबर इज 18.70, ओके? ज्ञान यज्ञेन तेनाहम इष्टः इति मे मतिः। मेरा मत यह है कि उनके द्वारा, ज्ञान यज्ञ के द्वारा मेरी पूजा की गई है। ओके, the English that is here, and he who shall study this sacred discourse of ours, by him I shall be worshipped with the sacrifice of knowledge. Okay, jnana yajnena tenaham ishtah syam iti me matihi. So coming back to 4.33, shreyan dravyamayat yajnat jnana yajnah parantapa sarvam karma akhilam partha jnane parisamapyate. इसमें second part is also here. Afterwards, he declares that the sacrifice of knowledge is the highest. Again, just, opportunity to emphasize this. Shri Aurobindo having given this such complete knowledge, but are we really taking the trouble to read him as much as we should? किसके लिए लिखा है? For whom has he written all this? So, वो होना चाहिए. Cease not from knowledge, let thy toil be vast. सावित्री के अंदर ये लाइन है, ब्यूटिफुल लाइन. Cease not from knowledge, घबराओ मत. Don't have this thought phobia. सोचने से दिमाग खर्च नहीं होगा, दिमाग बढ़ेगा. Please read, please understand. No, till when will we remain in this kind of semi-aware and semi-dark condition as Indians? उनके कुछ quotations हैं, I'll share it. अगर मुझे मिल जाएंगे. Afterwards, the sacrifice of knowledge is the highest. All work finds its consummation in knowledge. This is 4.33. Okay. By the fire of knowledge, all works are burnt up. At least as far as liberation is concerned, this is one of the most powerful verses in the Gita. One of the most powerful. मैं जस्ट इसको ढूंढ रहा हूं कहां पे है. सेकेंड पार्ट आई रिमेंबर. यथैधांसि समिद्धोग्निः भस्मसात् कुरुते अर्जुन ज्ञानाग्निः सर्वकर्माणि भस्मसात् कुरुते तथा. Just as a fire kindled turns to ashes its fuel, O Arjuna, so the fire of knowledge turns all works to ashes. What does it mean? If you realize Aham Brahmasmi, does it mean that you become incapable of action? No. You lose the sense of doership. What that means is attainment of knowledge is you have attained that Brahmi sthiti within yourself, that immutable, that Akshara Purusha. You are constantly aware of that eternal silence, which is yet the basis of an eternal activity. यही ना, ये आधा है. But again, practical चीजें हमेशा निकालनी चाहिए. One of the most powerful, at least मैंने तो बहुत यूज किया है इस वर्स को. To
Which one is this?
I'm telling you, 4.37, Sarita. Again, just I'll repeat it. Feel the ring of the verse, okay, in your consciousness. यथैधांसि समिद्धोग्निः भस्मसात् कुरुते अर्जुन ज्ञानाग्निः सर्वकर्माणि भस्मसात् कुरुते तथा. As a fire kindled turns to ashes its fuel, O Arjuna, so the fire of knowledge turns all works to ashes. Practical terms में, what is knowledge? Aham Brahmasmi. It's the first knowledge.
Basically, the doership is gone.
Yes, the doership is gone and you experience that inner liberation. That is knowledge. I am that perfectly free Brahman. I am that pure consciousness. I am that pure existence. I am that pure delight. This is knowledge. Knowing yourself as this. Okay? And once this is attained, you are free. Nanavaptam avaptavyam varta eva cha karmani. You become like Krishna. Ki even though I have nothing to attain, yet I engage myself in works for the good of the world. Like that. Sarva bhuta hite rataha. Engaged in the welfare of all existences. Okay? So first we'll finish this paragraph. All works finds its consummation in knowledge. By the fire of knowledge, all works are burnt up. ये मैं क्यों बोल रहा हूँ, इस पे क्यों रुका हुआ इस पॉइंट पे अब तक? You know this karma thing, कि मैं अपने कर्मों में फंसा हूं, कर्म बंधन कर. भस्मसात, भस्मसात, अहम ब्रह्मास्मि, अहम ब्रह्मास्मि, अहम ब्रह्मास्मि. Repetition of this mantra with Shraddha. कि the Upanishad says it, the Shruti says it, it is true. Aham Brahmasmi. I am that Brahman. It will burn all that karma instantly. इसके कई तरीके हैं. Like in the Ramayana it comes कि जब आपको ईश्वर का आमना सामना होता है. I'm just trying to recollect the verse. वो सुंदरकांड में आता है उसमें. सन्मुख हो ही जीव मोहि जब ही जन्म कोटि अघनाश ही तब ही. The moment the jiva is face to face with me, janma koti agha, the crores and crores of the janmas, उनके जो पाप हैं अघ नाश ही, तत्क्षण वो भस्म हो जाते हैं. So, like Shri Aurobindo के जो centers हैं, जहां पे उनकी एकदम living, flaming presence है, just going there and standing in front of that fire, it will burn your karmas. It will burn your karmas. वहां जाने का नहीं हो रहा, just taking the name of Shri Aurobindo. ओम नमो भगवते श्री अरविंदाय. वो बोलने मात्र से आपके अंदर ऐसा एक फ्रीडम आएगा. क्या कर्म यार, क्या कर्म होता है? कुछ नहीं. आई एम दैट परफेक्टली फ्री सोल एंड आई हैव कम हियर ऑफ माय ओन स्वीट विल. वो धीरे धीरे इस तरह से ना वो सेल्फ मास्टरी आती है. और ज्यादा इस पर ड्वेल नहीं करूंगा. दिस इज वन ऑफ माय फेवरेट श्लोकास. थोड़ा अटक गया उस पर. जस्ट वंस मोर आई विल रिपीट इट एंड देन आई विल मूव फॉरवर्ड. यथैधांसि समिद्धोग्निः भस्मसात् कुरुते अर्जुन ज्ञानाग्निः सर्वकर्माणि भस्मसात् कुरुते तथा. By the fire of knowledge, all works are burnt up. Therefore, by yoga, works are renounced and their bondage overcome for the man who is in possession of his self. Somebody has written something. Completely the divine grace completely contradicts karma. It makes it melt away like butter that's put in the sun. Beautiful. Archana ji, if you could also give the reference of this from Incarnate Word on the group later on. Thank you so much. Very appropriate quotation. Thank you so much. Yeah. So, therefore, by yoga, works are renounced and their bondage overcome for the man who is in possession of his self. ये 3.9 में है ये वाला आइडिया, यज्ञार्थात् कर्मणोन यत्र लोकोयम कर्म बंधनः तदर्थम कर्म कौन्तेय मुक्त संगः समाचर. By doing works other than for sacrifice, this world of men is in bondage to work. For sacrifice, practice works, O son of Kunti, becoming free from all attachment. Again, one of the most fundamental verses of the Gita. हम क्यों बंधे हुए हैं? क्योंकि हमारा जो कर्म है वो केवल कर्म है, वो कर्म योगा नहीं बन रहा है. Because we are not offering those actions to any action that is not offered to the divine will become a source of bondage. यज्ञार्थात् कर्मणो अन्यत्र लोको अयम कर्म बंधनः. Therefore, start offering each and every of your actions to the divine. And nobody can remain even for a second without acting. Nahi kaschit kshanam api jatu tishtati akarmakrit, says the Gita in a few verses before that. Nahi kaschit kshanam api, 3.5 में. Right? Yeah.
अनमोल भाई,
हाँ, बोलिए.
ये जो फर्स्ट ये पैराग्राफ का ये जो सेंटेंस है
कौन सा?
एकदम ये अभी तक हम एक ही सेंटेंस कंप्लीट किए, बराबर है? इसमें कितना सारा
काफी लंबा सेंटेंस है. हाँ
हाँ, मेरा कहने का मतलब ये है कि यदि हम गीता, इफ वी वर टू रीड विदाउट, जस्ट इट्स अ कमेंट, ओके, इफ वी वर टू रीड इट विदाउट दिस बुक, we would have to do so much of back and forth in order to come with this sort of distillation. ये जो अमृत मिल रहा है ये लाइन में,
that is the genius of Sri Aurobindo, which we are
हाँ,
lacking.
मतलब ये तो distillation of the distillation है.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
गीता
This
अमृतम
kind of back and forth which Sri Aurobindo is doing is not possible for a human being. On his own, it will be very, very difficult to do it.
Even other commentaries, I don't know whether they would do such a
I've
kind
read
of
2-3
justice.
more, वो एकदम one sided होती हैं और उसमें कुछ नहीं होता है, पता है. Most of them are tainted with that मायावादिक idea. चाहे वो चिन्मयानंद की हो, चाहे इस्कॉन की हो, even रामकृष्ण मिशन वाली. They are not free from that illusionist idea. That shadow of मायावाद ना, it मतलब it goes
बैकग्राउंड में रहता ही
हाँ,
है.
वो बैकग्राउंड में बिल्कुल रहता है, हमेशा रहता है. Anyway, we'll finish this paragraph.
Sure.
Again, Arjuna is perplexed. Here are desireless works, the principle of yoga. निष्काम कर्म, desireless works. कोई काम क्यों करना चाहिए? Because मुझे वो करना है. कर्तव्यम कर्म, with that spirit. ये नहीं कि मुझे इसमें क्या मिलेगा. आजकल जैसे व्हाट्स इन इट फॉर मी, व्हाट्स इन इट फॉर मी, कॉर्पोरेट में बहुत यूज होता है. व्हाट्स इन इट फॉर मी, मेरे लिए इसमें क्या है? इट इज टोटली अगेंस्ट द स्पिरिट ऑफ द गीता. कर्मण्यवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन. You do it without the desire for the fruit of works. You do it because that is the thing that has come to you to be done by you. वो आपका कर्तव्य है, इसलिए आपको करना है. That is your contribution to the विश्व यज्ञ. वो आपकी आहुति है इस विश्व यज्ञ में. ठीक है? आप इसलिए नहीं करना चाहिए बिकॉज आपको उससे कुछ मिलेगा. एनीवे, आप अगर योगा के स्पिरिट में रहेंगे, जैसे कृष्णा बोलते हैं, वॉट एवर दैट नीड्स टू कम टू यू, and whatever has come to you, the maintenance of that, the preservation of that, that will be done by the supreme power. And any which way it is being done by the divine only. इसको योगक्षेमम वहाम्यहम कहते हैं. LIC का motto भी है ये, ठीक है? But it is being done by the divine and it will be done by the divine. Have Shraddha. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. Okay? Again, Arjuna is perplexed. Here are desireless works, the principle of yoga, and renunciation of works, the principle of Sankhya. योगा का प्रिंसिपल क्या है? डिजायरलेस वर्क्स. सांख्य का प्रिंसिपल क्या है? रिनंसिएशन ऑफ वर्क्स, कर्म संन्यास. पुट टुगेदर साइड बाय साइड एज इफ पार्ट ऑफ वन मेथड. ये 4th चैप्टर में. येट देयर इज नो एविडेंट रिकंसिलिएशन बिटवीन देम. फॉर द काइंड ऑफ रिकंसिलिएशन 4.18 which the teacher has already given. क्या है 4.18? कर्मण्य कर्मयः पश्येत् अकर्मणि च कर्मयः सबुद्धिमान मनुष्येषु सयुक्तः कृत्स्न कर्म कृत. कृत्स्न का मतलब होता है टोटल, okay, complete.
Can you repeat the verse number? Sorry, I lost
4.18.
4.18. Okay. Thank you.
कर्मण्य कर्मयः पश्येत् अकर्मणि च कर्मयः सबुद्धिमान मनुष्येषु सयुक्तः कृत्स्न कर्मकृत् कर्मण्य अकर्मयः पश्येत् कर्मणि सप्तमी एक वचन कर्मणि माने कर्म में अकर्मयः पश्येत् जो कर्म में अकर्म को देखे ही हु सीज इन एक्शन कर्मणि अकर्मयः पश्येत् अकर्मणि च कर्मयः और जो अकर्म में कर्म को देखे वो भी एक्सप्लेन करेंगे यहाँ पे उसका क्या मतलब है सबुद्धिमान मनुष्येषु ही इज इंटेलिजेंट अमंग मैन सयुक्तः he is in yoga sakritsna karmakrit and he is a doer of all action. Okay, for the kind of Sarita,
What is this meaning of karma sannyas?
कर्म संन्यास का मतलब होता है renunciation of works.
But that is what you said. Renunciation of works means karma sannyas. But what does karma sannyas mean?
Giving up actions.
अच्छा,
कुछ
giving
करना
up
नहीं बस
actions.
खाली बैठना है.
So is that the principle of Sankhya?
Yeah.
Oh,
वो आएगा फिर अभी वो वर्ड्स आने वाला है वो रिकंसाइल करेंगे उसको
अच्छा.
इसमें आएगा कि वो अलाउड है वगैरह वगैरह वो आएगा तो और क्या होता है बुद्धिज्म और ये सन्यास वगैरह में ये लोग क्या करते हैं दे
Oh,
ओनली डू बेसिकली द होली काइंड ऑफ वर्क्स आप जैसे कुछ जगह देखें वो केवल या तो पूजा करेंगे पूरे दिन और वो कुछ ना कुछ ऐसा करते रहेंगे बट दे आर एक्सट्रीमली अफ्रेड ऑफ टेकिंग अप एनी वर्ल्डली एक्टिविटी बिकॉज उसमें फंस जाएंगे वो लिप्त हो जाएंगे एंड वाई इज दैट फियर देयर बिकॉज दैट इनर डेवलपमेंट विच मेक्स यू ऑफर ऑल योर एक्शंस वही तो श्री अरविंद बोल रहे हैं ऑल लाइफ इज योगा every action that you are doing you have to offer to the divine गीता क्या बोलती है सर्व कर्माणि you have to do all works कृष्ण जो है राजसूय यज्ञ में जितने जो मेहमान आ रहे थे कृष्ण उनके पैर धो रहे थे युधिष्ठिर के राजसूय यज्ञ में all the great विभूतिज all the great people who were coming उनका जो पद प्रक्षालन है it was being done by श्री कृष्ण himself अर्जुन का रथ हाँक रहे हैं वो एक मतलब शूद्र का काम है उसको शूद्र नहीं बोलते गीता में महाभारत के टाइम में उसके लिए एक वर्ड होता है वो एक जाति होती है जो सारथी वाला है बट ही इज डूइंग दैट तो सर्व कर्माणि वेयर इट
So
इज
actually all these
किलिंग द सॉरी
Jainism, Buddhism, they are actually fearing.
दैट्स व्हाट आई एम
Because
सेइंग बिकॉज़
they are fearing कि मैं इसमें घुस
Why?
गया तो मतलब
Why?
actually weakness है ये.
व्हाई अगेन एग्रीड वीकनेस है वीकनेस क्यों है बिकॉज भगवान इज मिसिंग इन देम
हाँ
both are
ईश्वर निरीश्वर है.
atheistic both are
हाँ.
atheistic और अब वो
Atheistic,
क्योंकि
okay.
इंडिया में रह रहे हैं हिंदुइज्म के इन्फ्लुएंस में उनको आना ही आना है दैट्स व्हाई दे यूज टर्म्स लाइक भगवान महावीर एंड भगवान बुद्ध एटसेट्रा
हाँ वो तो
बट जो रियल
सर्वाइवल के
कॉन्सेप्ट
लिए
है भगवान का जो गीता में है पुरुषोत्तम का कॉन्सेप्ट कर एग्जैक्टली दे कांट हेल्प इट
वो तो
एंड
सर्वाइवल के लिए नहीं.
हाउ मच परसेंटेज ऑफ इंडिया एट प्रेजेंट इज बुद्धिस्ट और जैन टेल मी 1% भी नहीं होगा कुल मिला करके
हाँ नहीं पर also to contemporaneous make it contemporaneous with other religions उनको जबरदस्ती वो करना पड़ेगा ना क्योंकि
That's
नहीं
what-
बोलेंगे तुम्हारे में
See,
भगवान
again,
तो नहीं.
See, the Krishna inside the heart of a Jain or the Krishna inside the heart of a Buddhist is not different from the Krishna inside your heart and mine.
Correct.
तो नेचुरली जो टोटल आइडिया है वो कहीं ना कहीं उससे इन्फ्लुएंस तो होंगे ही बट फॉर द मोमेंट दे आर फॉलोइंग अ पार्शियल ट्रुथ एंड अ पार्शियल उसमें भी ट्रुथ है दे हैव ऑब्वियसली अटेन्ड सम ग्रेट लिबरेशन एंड ऑल तो उसको वंदना है दे हैव अटेन्ड समथिंग ग्रेट बट इट इज नॉट द कंप्लीट ट्रुथ
But that is still till nirvana only, no? Or kaivalya.
that's what I'm saying. It's only the
Nothing
Akshara Purusha, some
Akshara
form
Purusha,
of the
हाँ.
Akshara Purusha. ठीक है?
हाँ,
Okay, it's
हाँ.
already 9:08, almost an hour. बीच में थोड़ा break भी था, but we'll finish this. For the kind of reconciliation which the teacher has already given, in outward action to see inaction still persisting. ये उसी वर्ष का translation है. And an apparent action to see a real inaction. Again, इसमें एक तरह जो हम सूत्र ले रहे हैं, जो true action होता है, it is effortless. True action is effortless. If you are
Spontaneous.
feeling
Mother uses the word spontaneous, right? Is that
Yes.
the word? Yes.
yes, spontaneous भी ठीक है. Effortless when you don't feel that you are making any effort. If you're feeling that you're having to exert yourself or making an effort, that means there is some ego knot which you have to loosen. Okay? A real inaction. So in apparent action to see a real inaction. क्यों? See, since the soul has renounced its illusion of the worker, अहंकार विमूढ़ात्मा वो जा चुका है. ठीक है? And
Sorry,
given
Anmol
up.
bhai, I want to ask you this. You said this symptom practically, right? एफर्ट तो करना पड़ेगा ना कर्म के लिए।
एब्सोल्युटली करना पड़ेगा
तो
ये।
उसमें मैं समझ नहीं रहा हूँ कि आप ये स्पॉन्टेनिटी इज इन द टेकिंग अप ऑफ द एक्शन, बट एक्शन
बस मैं
करते
ये
टाइम
कहना
तो
चाह रहा हूँ, सी इन
हाँ
योगा ऑल्सो व्हाट डज श्री अरविंदो से, इन
हाँ
योगा ऑल्सो इट इज द डिवाइन हु इज द साधका एंड द साधना। द
हाँ
मदर में आता है,
या
आई थिंक
या
सेकंड चैप्टर।
करेक्ट 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 हाँ
दैट्स व्हाट आई एम सेइंग। इतना इतना स्ट्रेन्युअस एफर्ट करने का जरूरत नहीं है योगा में भी। वन हैज टू फील द मदर विद इन वन सेल्फ, द डिवाइन विद इन वन सेल्फ डूइंग द योगा। अगर आप अपने खुद के बलबूते से योग करेंगे, खुद के बलबूते पे, तो इंटेग्रल योगा हो ही नहीं सकता।
नहीं, मैं अभी सिंपल सिंपल वर्क की बात कर रहा हूँ।
हाँ,
एफर्ट तो थोड़ा तो करना ही पड़ेगा ना, किसी
absolutely,
श्रम तो
absolutely.
है ही
All I
है।
am saying is
हाँ
But you
that the
feel
ideal
you're doing it
condition is
effortlessly.
in which you feel that effortlessness.
हाँ
You might touch it now and then. You might be on the way to getting stability in that. But this much should be clear that the true state of action is that in which the action is effortless.
But Anmol, when you
And that
enjoy,
comes by practice.
but when you enjoy doing anything,
Yes.
anything for that,
या
It becomes
then what
effortless.
happens? It
Exactly.
becomes effortless.
Exactly. Exactly. But वो enjoyment कब आएगा? What is the source of all enjoyment? Ananda. Enjoyment is nothing but a
Passion,
form of Ananda,
passion.
right? Where is the Ananda coming from? From the Satchidanand himself, from the divine. Through that action, somewhere you have gotten connected to the source of existence. वहां से आपको वो थोड़ा सा आनंद मिल गया है. That is why you're enjoying it.
so that is what is in the modern parlance, it is called as in the flow, to be in the flow,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Mm.
Anybody, yeah, exactly. ठीक है. For the kind of हाँ, since the soul has renounced its illusion of the worker and given up works into the hands of the master of sacrifice, is for the practical mind of Arjuna too slight, too subtle, as we read earlier, जो वो human disciple वाला chapter था, कि Arjuna is a practical man. He is a Rajasic man who is governed by some sattvic ideas. He is not a thinker. He is a man of action. तो उसके लिए ये बहुत ही subtle है. उसके लिए it is too subtle for him. So he has to be explained to more elaborately. Otherwise he will not understand. Too slight. ठीक है? Too slight, too subtle, and expressed almost in riddling words. He has not caught their sense, or at least not penetrated into their spirit and reality. Therefore he asks again. This is in the beginning of the 5th chapter, similar to the beginning of the 3rd chapter. Arjuna Vacha, Sannyasam Karmanam Krishna Punar Yogam cha Shamsasi Yachte Yayeta Yorekam Tanme Bruhi Sunishchitam. Thou declarest to me the renunciation of works, O Krishna, and again thou declarest to me yoga. Which one of these is the better way? That tell me with a clear decisiveness.
That's the same, no? 3.1 and 3.2.
No, this is 5.1.
Oh, again he says, okay.
Exactly. 3.1, 3.2, chapter 3 is basically karma yoga. वहां पूरा वो कर्म योगा का सिद्धांत, the absolute necessity of karma, and the example of Krishna himself, how he is engaged in karma sleeplessly, atandritah. ठीक है, all that is given in the 4th chapter called karma, क्या नाम है उसका, jnana karma sannyasa. So several types of yajnas are mentioned. ज्ञाना का उसमें इंपॉर्टेंस बताया है, साथ में बोला है कि यू हैव टू सी इनएक्शन एंड एक्शन टुगेदर लाइक दिस. ठीक है, देन अगेन ही इज कंफ्यूज्ड कि विच इज बेटर. सो अगेन इन द 5th chapter he asks this question.
Oh, so he's asking the question again and again in a different way so as to get the
only till here. इसके बाद नहीं है.
After that he has gotten the clarity.
Yeah. इसके
But
बाद
in
पूरा
18th chapter he does ask, no, give me the
that he
difference
doesn't ask karma के बारे में, that he asks the difference
Sannyas.
between sannyasa and tyaga.
Correct.
See again, we are like not already, many of us have been reading Sri Aurobindo for 15-20 years वगैरह, तो हम anticipation भी काफी आगे का कर रहे हैं. अगर कोई पहली बार ऐसे गीता पढ़ेगा तो इट विल बी जस्ट माइंड ब्लोइंग कि किस तरह से उसके अंदर पूरा थॉट डेवलप हो रहा है और कैसे एक नॉट को श्री अरविंदो एकदम उसको अनटैंगल कर रहे हैं और उसको वो कैसे कर. इट इज जस्ट इनक्रेडिबल.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah.
Also, Anmol bhai, in the second paragraph that we read today, ये जो mere works है, जो in 2nd chapter it's say ना भोग ऐश्वर्य प्रसक्ता नाम, it actually it's talking about again the karma kanda, isn't it?
Yeah. वो सब आएगा इसमें. All that you're talking about, कर्म कांड वगैरह, वेद के वेदवाद का खंडन करना, याम इमाम पुष्पिताम वाचम, वो
हाँ,
आने
हाँ।
वाले अभी चैप्टर के जो
Oh.
पैराग्राफ्स हैं उसमें वो आने वाला है.
Okay.
All that is going to
No,
cover.
because it is
Ah.
mere works, no? The keyword is mere, adjective is mere before
Yeah.
the works. That's why I asked.
दूरेण ह्यवरम कर्म बुद्धि योगात् धनंजय.
Okay, yeah.
दूर
Thank you.
2.49, first part of that, first half of that.
Huh.
Yeah.
Anmol,
हाँ.
I just lost that which one you were saying is एक में मोह आ रहा था, तो मोह means what does मोह here mean?
Delusion, confusion.
Confusion. Okay, because even in the end he says na now mera moha nasht. So that means
Nashto
confusion.
moha. Correct.
अच्छा ना
Nasht.
the here moha does not mean जो हम कहते हैं attachment.
नहीं.
अच्छा, so this is
Oh, it's
confusion.
a related idea, but basically it means delusion and confusion.
Okay.
He was confused ना what he should do.
हाँ.
उसका एक प्रैक्टिकल क्वेश्चन था कि मैं करूं क्या. यहाँ पे मैं दोनों आर्मियों के बीच में खड़ा हूं, सेनयोर उभयोर मध्य, एंड सारा का सारा दारोमदार मेरे ऊपर है, आई एम द प्रोटैगनिस्ट एंड ऑल, बट मेरे हाथ पैर फूल रहे हैं, मैं करूं क्या. दैट इज व्हाट ही मेंट.
No, I was wondering whether the moha meant he had moha to her when he saw his grandfather.
ना.
अच्छा,
वो भी है,
हाँ.
but because of all that attachment वगैरह, he is confused as to what he should do.
Okay.
It's a problem of action that he is facing, and how to. And once his conscience is awakened, as Sri Aurobindo says, कि एक बार आपकी conscience awaken हो गई, then it will simply not do to tell him कि नहीं, you must do it, it is your duty. How can I do it as a duty then? I am not at the same level anymore. Now मेरे इतने सारे questions खुल चुके हैं. You have to answer me clearly. Why it is my duty? How it is my duty? How is you the divine? How is your purpose being fulfilled by my doing this duty? All those questions have to be answered. Otherwise, I will not do it. Right? Yeah. So यही था इसमें. लास्ट वर्स यही था, फिफ्थ का फर्स्ट वाला. संन्यासम कर्मणाम कृष्ण पुनर्योगम च शंससि. प्रशंसा जो वर्ड होता है ना, शंससि. सो द रूट इज दैट शम्स. संन्यासम कर्मणाम कृष्ण पुनर् दोबारा, योगम च शंससि, यच्छ्रेययेतयोरेकम. एतयोः इन दोनों में से, श्रेयः इन दोनों में से कौन सा बेटर है. यच्छ्रेययोत एतयोरेकम तन्मे ब्रूहि सुनिश्चितम. ब्रूहि मतलब बताना. वो मुझे सुनिश्चितम, वो मुझे एकदम क्लियरली बताइए कि इन दोनों में से कौन सा बेटर है. एंड देन कृष्णा elaborates in the fifth chapter.
So now I understand, Anmol bhai, why Sri Aurobindo says first 6 chapters कर लिया तो actually हो गया, क्योंकि he's already
yes.
reconciled the
Yeah.
Sankhya and the yoga here, and he's
Yeah,
given the whole truth very elaborately.
नहीं, first 6 chapters कर लिया तो हो गया, we cannot say, because भक्ति के जो ideas हैं, they are not there really.
Yeah, पुरुषोत्तम
Bhakti
related.
and पुरुषोत्तम.
हाँ,
पुरुषोत्तम
पुरुषोत्तम का आइडिया जब तक नहीं आया तब तक गीता का जो मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव था वही नहीं हुआ. आप इसको जब पढ़ेंगे ना, when that sentence will come कि the Gita goes boldly beyond the Vedas and the Upanishads, आप मतलब you will realize how revolutionary Krishna was and how revolutionary the Gita must have been at that time.
करेक्ट.
जैसे जितने रेवोल्यूशनरी हमको श्री अरबिंदो अभी लगते हैं ना कि ये क्या बोल रहे हैं कि डेथ इज द ग्रेटेस्ट फॉल्सहुड, एक ऐसा टाइम आएगा जब डेथ ही नहीं होगी, न्यू रेस, न्यू स्पीशीज, इट साउंड सो रेवोल्यूशनरी एंड अनबिलीवेबल. तो ये इस तरह से समथिंग लाइक दैट. So every new avatar who comes, who is a revolutionary, he is a revolutionary.
Avatar has to do this, break this ossified tradition, ना?
Exactly. Evolution जहां पे आकर के अटक गया है, humanity is having some kind of limited ideas, he breaks those limits. But again, this has to be understood. Those limits are not broken once and for all. वो लिमिट उतनी ही हटाई जाती है जितना आप उसको संभाल सकते हैं. Do you think that Sri Aurobindo did not know about the future and आनंदा वगैरह? वो सारा उनको पता है, hinted भी है. सुपर माइंड के बाद भी जो नेक्स्ट लेवल है, it is called आनंदा, but he has hardly spoken about it.
So it is only relative sense, not absolute sense.
Whatever is relevant or applicable for humanity at the present stage, उसको एक वो नया विस्टा दे दिया. A greater truth than earth shall roof in earth, इस तरह से. तो वो roof है ना, that roof is lifted a little higher.
Got it.
You
Beautiful.
get this thing, more knowledge. Yeah.
Beautiful. No, I don't think so. Why Sri Aurobindo calls this dry? This is very interesting.
नहीं, slightly, मतलब it's very very scholastic that way, academic sort of. With that's okay. वो तो just मैं kind of disclaimer के तरह से बोल देता हूँ. They are full of rasa.
ये अगर नहीं समझेगा ना, ये अगर उस टाइम का कॉन्टेक्स्ट क्लैरिफाई हो रहा है,
एब्सोल्युटली. यहाँ पे गीता की टीचिंग जो उस वक्त दी गई है उसका
हाँ
पूरा बेस यहाँ पे सेटअप किया जा रहा है।
हाँ
इसके
यार
बाद
यही
विद दिस बेस एज वी विल मूव फॉरवर्ड इन द गीता, मतलब
हाँ
मुझे बोलते हैं ठोक ठोक के श्री अरविंदो इतना अमेजिंग तरीके से सिखाते हैं, एक एक चैप्टर, एक एक पैराग्राफ, मतलब अगेन मतलब क्या बोलूं मैं, मतलब
नहीं,
जस्ट
unless
अनबिलीवेबल।
context is not made clear, you can't appreciate the text. Otherwise, the scripture is not appreciated
Also,
fully.
I may just add कि because he was a teacher also physically,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
taught
yeah.
English, he taught French, he
Baroda,
was a vice
Baroda.
principal.
Yeah.
Actually उन्होंने पढ़ाया है, तो he had 7 to 8 years. 1899 में पहली बार उनकी टीचर का काम लगा था बड़ौदा में. Before that he was in the administrative and department and all.
Correct,
So
correct.
99 to 1904, तो almost 5-6 years he has taught. तो he has मतलब he has been a teacher, उन्होंने पढ़ाया है. आप जस्ट देखिए कि मतलब भगवान क्या क्या नहीं करते हैं. He's even been, जिसको बोलते हैं पेटी टीचर है तो तुच्छ केवल आचार्य हैं जैसे आजकल बोलते हैं, mere teacher. नहीं, it's not
नहीं
like
नहीं,
that.
it's a
He has
different
even
way.
taken that upon himself, done that, and after all that experience, he has written these books. Anyway,
Correct. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Shall we
Wonderful.
close with silence?
Yes, please.
Yeah, 1 minute silence.